Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Lothar Matthäus is going to have a huge influence here, Peter.
Well, it's hard to argue with that. In any game at any time, he is as influential as they come.
Yeah, and he'll be right in the thick of it in the middle of the park, combining the roles of number 10, central midfielder, defensive midfielder. Sometimes he's even sweeper, so watch out for those late attacking runs from deep. And don't be surprised if he gets himself on the score sheet too.
Courtois claims comfortably. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Fired deep. A header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Nice looking ball. Thuram kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. He's a sharp little ball here. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So there's...
And the shot! There it is! First blood drawn. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Raul. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. He is through here. Dembele. He's found a way through. Zanetti charging forward, the ball at his Pirlo! And he has kept it out somehow.
Pirlo is offering a wry smile there.
Germany have their second corner now. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now they can spring out of it. Oh, that's ambitious. That pass isn't the best.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet. Cerezo Osaka really have found that they're getting more space out wide, and I can see now there's a lot of activity developing in that area, Peter.
And the shot! It's loose, in he goes again! And for a moment, time stood still.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens, it gets pinched.
Zanetti. Germany do have a chance to counter here. And it's Dembele. Dembele. Here's Rodri. That's a lovely, neat pass. Best. Great chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 3 coming up. Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Mateus takes control of it and he's on the move. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. And here's Dembele. Pirlo. It's Pirlo! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
Marquinhos. That's Dembele. Looking for options for movement.
Might want to be careful there.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And the pass is intercepted. Passing is crisp and sharp. Matheus Cunha. He's looking wide. Ball driven to... Climbs up big! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Has been indicated.
Thuram is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And here's Raul. And the first half is done. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Substitution on the field. Number 8, Mateus.
Here we go again.
Number 15.
Germany can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Number 18, Raul.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Raul touches it back. Pirlo. And Araujo. And here's Dembele. Passes short and... Martinez! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Dembele, Saliba, Kukçu is always looking to break lines. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Germany still chasing a one-goal deficit here. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute.
The attendance for this match was 29,950.
60 minutes played. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks.
Shoots!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Dembele.
Germany really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Cleared without complication. Pirlo. Spread out to the left. Raul. Nesta, always a very imposing presence at the back. And here's Dembele, passing nice and neat. Well, that is good, super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Germany needed that, they really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
It's Dembele! They've got to be quick to recover. Oh, he's been caught napping! Takes a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Substitution on the field.
Germany get their fourth corner.
Coming on to replace him is number 17, Hazard.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Germany really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Raul. Howson.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Martinez. Germany are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Couldn't squeeze it through. But he's forced to go back. And it's Hazard.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Howson looking for a runner. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Just eases him off the ball. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Dembele! And he's gone looking for safety. And here's Zanetti. Cross in, looks like a good one. And that should get the job done. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
Please look at the screen for
your reflections then, Jim.
Well, the way the manager has stormed down the tunnel lends itself to an almighty telling off for such a timid, docile display.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle.
We're in the presence of goalkeeping greatness, a man with total command of his defence.
Roll! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
Hernandez. Pirlo. Dembele. And it's Dembele. Now this could be a chance. Roll has it in a wide position. Out towards the flank. Law. Bellingham.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, that looks a cracking ball. It's a promising position. Played in by Albert Ferrer.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Nice bit of trickery. Germany have the chance to go the other way. Pirlo. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of...
Real chance! Goal! Germany! First blood drawn. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there. Martinez. Law. And it's Beckham. That's a nicely shaped ball. Now who's going to be first to this? And Bebeto! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Bebeto actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Well, there's the clearance. Has a shot! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
Aims beyond the defence. Dembele unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Law.
There they go, hunting again.
It's run loose here. He's trying his... Oh, what has happened here? Albert Ferrer delivers. Tries to get it clear.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Hernandez. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. It's Bebeto. Davids. Great pressure, plenty of it. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Pirlo. Now that looks a decent ball. Bastoni gets over and intercepts. Oh, they could break here. Law. Hernandez. Now, can they get him away? Bellingham in acres of space out wide. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Now it's Martinez. Beckham spots it and intercepts. Now it's Martinez. Great vision. That is a great pick out. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And claimed it back swiftly. Can he get on the end of this? Raul. Hernandez calmly anticipates. Knocks it into space. Oh, that's well spotted.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Bellingham. Looking to play him in. Albert Ferrer gets into some space. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Great defending, strong and determined. Rijkaard. Threads one in.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
And it's David. He's going for goal! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Beckham standing over it. Mosquera getting this one clear. Germany are looking to go forward now. It's a searching pass. Oh, that's clever. Raul. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Martinez. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Germany are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. And we are already promptly back underway. Germany carrying a one-goal lead. Can he finish? A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Rodri. Raul does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Martinez. Germany couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And here's Beckham. Law. That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So their fourth corner of the game. Backward. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Raul clears it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, good. Can he finish? Bebeto finds himself offside. Germany are still that goal to the good. And it's Zanetti. Best. Dembele. And he's cut it out. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Law. Engages and forces him off the ball. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Oh, super ball!
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off.
Shoots! And what a bit quick to recover. Oh, he's been caught napping! Opts to play it back. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Now it's Bellingham. Tries to play it through. There's the shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Zanetti. Raul. Best. That is good alertness. Pirlo. Now it's Dembele. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Germany clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
He's being urged to shoot. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Now the ball in. Rodri can get it. He's gone for goal! Oh, that could cost them.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
Pirlo getting this one clear. He's tried one! Should have equalised.
What a chance. It looked to me like he just changed his mind at the last second there.
It's a lucky 7th corner. And he gets rid in a hurry.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Zanetti. And he's hit it long. He's in plenty of space here. Raul. One 0 as we head towards the end. He won't be happy with that one. Best. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Beckham. Rijkaard. Chance here to counter. Tries to pass it through. He has a look up. That is a brilliant interception. And it's Davids.
Bebeto. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Beckham. Bellingham. And he's had it nicked away. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. That's good vision. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Law. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Bebeto.
Oh, well played, well played. And that is as far as it goes. Germany have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Dida picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
From the regional police department.
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal with a resilience that was first class.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it is far from being the biggest in Brazil, this stadium. The capacity barely 16,000 or so, but there is really nothing quite like the noise and the highly charged air that these demanding Santos folk can generate. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs, but if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
Best touches it back. Some really good ball movement. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Neymar. Oh, that's fabulous. Serginho. Rodri gets a foot in here.
It's always a pleasure to see Paolo Maldini take to the pitch.
So would say anyone who understands the defender's art.
Well, bias comes easy for me when we talk about one of the greatest pros. He exudes calm, elegance, intelligence, an Italian giant.
Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Luis Suarez. Aimed beyond the defence. That's a shade optimistic. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. By Dida. That's a fine save.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Santos with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Good read, needed to be. And that has been clubbed away. And it's Vieira. It's a good spell of possession, this. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Pirlo can so cleverly bypass the press. Germany, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Rodri. Germany finding their passes. Dembele. Tries to dink it through. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Vieira gets it clear. Raul. And here's Dembele. Messi. Now it's Mbappe. Now what about a counter-attack? That has ended up in no man's land. Rodri. It's Pirlo. Now it's Raul. Best. Martinez. Best. Neymar. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Pirlo. Martinez. Mateus. Now it's Luis Suarez. That has been slung wide. Well read, and the danger is averted. Now it's Dembele. Oh, they could break here. Raul. And it's Rodri. And here's Dembele. Best. Shot could be on. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Maldini. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Mbappe. He's in space and looking for options. Thuram. Can he get it through? And He's made sure that's not getting through. It's their second corner of the game. Germany are looking to go forward now. He's in a great position here. Now it's Dembele. Backward it goes. Mateus to Luis Suarez. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And no surprise, that's a booking. Mateus. Vieira. Now it's Mbappe. And here's Messi. Raul. Pirlo. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Mbappe. He's through, now is he in? Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Can he get on the end of this? This is Dembele. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. So the first half brought no goals. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. No, not quite. Nesta. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. And they're not going to make any further progress now. This is Dembele. Can he finish? Superb goal! And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Germany have broken through. It's 1-0.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal. Germany are totally dominant in the middle of the park, and no way through zone.
Now, can they get him away? Martinez, he could be in here. Chance! He scores! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Germany are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Matthäus cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's...
Tries a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Martinez. Thuram deals with that comfortably. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Played out wide. Vieira. Best.
Substituição no time do Santos. Camisa 22.
Oh, it's played into the area. Up he goes! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, judging by his reaction, he clearly feels he should have made more of it, but he's looking very much like the big threat at the moment.
It's a sharp pass. Threads one in. Oh, that's a fine interception. And reclaimed it in a trice. Matthäus towering forward here. Now it's Martinez. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Climbs up it, in for the pieces! He will be livid with himself.
Well, he certainly reacted quicker than anyone else, Peter. He just couldn't keep his composure in the end.
Oh, that is a nice touch. And here's Vitinha. Time and again they are repelled. Tries to pass it through, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Torres. Looking to play him in. Bellingham does well to get it back. Rodri. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Looking for options for movement. Oh, well played. Matthäus. But it's Thuram. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Germany can reflect on a job really well done. Super